Alright, this used to be a solid dowel. Now I can unscrew it into two spirals like that. Now this is not easy. It has to be done by somebody who's used a scroll saw for a while. Okay? My first attempt, I actually had to kind of break it and pull it apart in smaller pieces, but after a little bit of practice, I got to the point where I can actually unscrew the whole thing. Okay? It's actually so good. You can actually kind of just let it fall down in or fall out. Kind of cool. And I saw this on YouTube. A guy was using it to make like candlesticks and stuff like that. So I figured I'd use it for my pens, which if you want to see it in the pen, look at my most recent pen video. Alright, so let me show you how. Alright, for a pen blank that has it embedded in it, this was 3/4, I think. Okay, so 3/4 works great. If you want a bigger pen blank, you could do a 1 inch, anywhere in that range. So I'm going to do this one. Okay, so you start out with just a normal dowel, and then you get some tape. Now, if you look at this, the size of the tape is going to end up being the size of 2 of your threads. Okay, so whatever the width of the tape is, you know, if you divide that in half, that's going to be kind of what your spiral is going to be, you know, size-wise. Okay. Alright, so this part takes a while, so I'll just show you the beginning. Alright, so I'm just going to take the tape and we're going to go around it in a spiral. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just have a little bit of a gap, about the gap of the blade, maybe a little bit more, but about like that, and just keep going all the way down the dowel. Okay, this is the blade I'm using, sorry. The blade I'm using is this Olson spiral blade. So they took the blade, spiraled it. It's a universal number 4. 36 TPI, 0.04. You want a big kerf, so if you see a bunch of these, get the one with the biggest kerf. That makes it easier to get it apart. Okay, so here we go. The setup is basically just a board clamped to the tabletop, and you want to make it so that the blade is right in the center. So when this comes in, it hits it right in the center of the dowel. There. There's a better view. So it's going to go right here and cut right in the middle. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut forward and twist the dowel so that the blade follows the edge of the tape. Okay, so it's going to cut around and around and around. And this is the second time I've done this, so I've had a little bit of practice, but not much, so I might mess up a little bit. So I'm just going to do enough to make another one about this big. Same exact size. I'm going to make a mark. Alright, here we go. Alright, let's see how well I did. So if you wobble too much, you'll have some that are thicker than others and it won't be able to unscrew. So far so good. A little bit tight right there. A little bit tight again. There must be one spot that's really bad. Oh, actually I did it. Amazing. I got 2 of them now. Yeah, it's not easy, but it's also not super hard. My challenge would be for somebody like Matthias Wandel to make some sort of a wooden gear system that'll do it all for me. All I have to do is just crank a handle and it'll run it through the machine and make this. I'm sure he could do that. He's smart. Anyway. There it is. All I have to do is make a whole bunch more and then I can cast a bunch of white spiral ones. I think the white will stand out a little bit more than the brown. Here's a brown, not made yet, but in the pen it's there. It's really dark, hard to see unless well, the camera doesn't do it justice, but this one's really cool. Anyway, there's how to make a spiral. Again, I saw it originally to use to make some sort of a decorative item for like a candlestick type thing. And there's another application where you don't center the blade, but move the blade to the side and cut and turn, and then do the blade on the other side and cut and turn. And then you get more of a, instead of a screw, it's more of a twist. A little bit different look than this. And I haven't tried that yet, but when I do, I'll show it to you. Anyway, thank you.